Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the second episode of our podcast, Tism Talks. Today I will be hosting with my co-host here, David.
I was brought here at gunpoint. I was just walking on the street. I was going to get my coffee from the local coffee shop, and then this van pulled up. I had a rag placed over my head, and then someone was choking me, so as I'm trying to wrangle them off, I get tased in the stomach. And then at this point, I'm unconscious, and then I am partly waking up, and I feel being thrown into a van. My back hurts from hitting a door, and then I woke here.
Well, now that that's on the internet, I'm gonna have to kill you later.
Fuck.
So today we will be talking about Dog the Bounty Hunter. But first, small talk. So how are you?
I'm pretty good. How are you?
I'm good.
Besides being kidnapped, I'm pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, why'd you have to kidnap me? You could have just asked.
I didn't know if you were gonna agree to doing this whole episode.
Well, I tried running, and then that didn't work out either. Fun fact, when you're kidnapped and you run out the door, make sure there are not people standing next to the door prepared for you to run away. Fun fact, it does not turn out well. I was tackled and pepper sprayed and then thrown back into a closet.
You should have gave me your cheese.
I just wanted my cheese.
We're gonna have to talk about Smiley Friends in a later episode.
I'll do that. I'll do it next time. You want me to? I will.
We can. You're hosting next.
Yeah, so any big plans?
I'm going down to the old town I used to live in this weekend to visit my aunt who's coming home from Utah for a little bit.
You're very good at not doxing yourself. I've doxed myself so many times. Never my actual address. In none of my videos is my actual address. Okay, well, there might be evidence of my actual address on the internet.
He's not very smart at this. I've been on the internet for about filming stuff for about a few months.
Well, so fun fact, I really don't care. I don't hide the town I live in. So, I mean, someone could theoretically find me, but will they? Probably not.
You have a point there, but I don't think anyone would care about the town I'm from because it's a shithole.
So I took up a new hobby.
Yes.
So last night I was up till 5 in the morning, and I was doom scrolling on TikTok, and then I got bored, and then I went down a few rabbit holes. Anyway, I'm gonna start getting into tracking IP addresses. Now that sounds like a crime. It's educational and it's legal. As long as I'm not taking sensitive information. That's when it becomes illegal. It, however, is not illegal to know everything about that person. And I have found a few ways, and I'm going to expand my research. And I'm going to start by sending people, their IP addresses ever so randomly. And then, or I could make a Google Doc and have pictures of everything important, like their birth certificate, their social security number, their bank routing number, just because I can. Be like, hey, here's your stuff.
I got someone who you could do that to.
Oh, I know you do. I just need a number.
Before I delete it, I might send it to you.
Ah, okay.
I feel like we should probably get started on this episode.
Well, I mean, we've not traveled off too much.
No.
You eager to get in?
Yes, I spent 4 hours on this guy's research, and it's very interesting.
Alrighty. Kick us off.
Okay, so today we're talking about Dwayne the Dog Chapman. He was born on February 2nd, 1953 in Denver, Colorado, to his parents Wesley Dwayne Chapman and Barbara Darlene Chapman. His father was a Korean War vet, and his mother was a Sunday school teacher. His father was originally a welder, but later in life changed career paths to become a bail bondsman. After that, Dog did say that his dad became physically abusive after changing careers, So that's pretty interesting.
I feel like you'd be a lot more abusive as a welder versus, what'd you say, a bonds officer?
Bail bondsman.
Bill's bondsman. What's a Bill's bondsman?
I don't know.
Would that be someone that, no...
I could Google it.
Well, I don't know.
If you're curious, just Google it.
Someone let me know what it is.
I'll leave it in the comments.
Do that, please, and I will send you a cookie.
Doc also has 3 siblings, Jolene, Michael, and Paula.
You told me a little bit about this guy. 3 siblings to what he has on later in wives.
And children. Just wait.
Children.
At the age of 15, Doc ran away from home and joined the Devil's Disciples, an outlaw motorcycle group.
At 15?
At 15. Mind you, this was the 60s.
I understand now.
This man's kind of old.
How old?
I think like 70s. He was born in 53.
Oh, Joe. Okay, continue.
At 23, Doc was involved with the murder of Jerry Bowers Oliver. He served 18 months of a 5-year sentence. While he was in prison, he saved an inmate's life and decided to change his life choices to become a bounty hunter. But because of the felony charges, he is prohibited to have firearms, and he has been refused permission to enter the UK. Don't ask me why. I don't know. It didn't... I couldn't get an answer.
So he's a bounty hunter, but he's not allowed entry into the UK, and he... What does he have?
Pepper spray.
Pepper spray. I was gonna say, does he
has
have a big knife?
No. I don't think he's even allowed to have that. He has these giant pepper spray guns. I forgot to show you an episode earlier. I'll show you one later so you know what I'm talking about. If anyone has ever seen an episode of Doc's Bounty Hunter, you know what I'm talking about because they all have those giant-ass pepper spray guns that they have strapped to their sides. They look like guns, but when you pull them out, it's a bottle.
Introducing Kitchen Gun! Bang, bang, bang! All clean!
I got some pepper spray up there.
Oh, hey. Wonder how that
No!
No. Why not?
If you do that, I'm gonna drink my liquid latex.
Bambina, that's not fair. It's not fair.
Fine then, we'll both take shots of Pine Sol.
Me and more, no.
Okay. So the start of his public career. After decades of bounty hunting, Dog was featured on an episode of Take This Job. Never seen an episode before. Just heard about it because of him. A show about unusual jobs that led him and the show's production company to make a spin-off of the show about his work in capturing bail fugitives. After jailing a fugitive named Andrew Luster, which there's a lot of stuff about him on Wikipedia, but it's a lot.
A lot?
Apparently he, murdered and raped a few people.
Oh, okay.
And he was, the biggest, felon of the time, so that's why Dog got really popular for arresting this guy.
I see, so he did quite a good thing.
Yes. The Dog was interviewed for an episode of True TV on August 28, 2003. By now, Dog has been pretty well known by the public and given a reality show by the name of Doc the Bounty Hunter, with the first episode airing on August 31st, 2004, and the show ran for 8 seasons before being canceled in 2012. Also,
why was it canceled? Was it just not pulling enough views, or was it because it was a man hunting down people?
Neither. I don't know the exact reason, but that's some things why his popularity slowed down. You'll see later. Also, fun fact, the show's theme song was written by Ozzy Osbourne. Which, if anyone has seen any of the videos from Ozzy's last concert, amazing. Still can't believe Jason Momoa started the pit at Pantera.
That was pretty impressive to watch.
So, this is where Dog's kind of downfall came upon. Dog gained some negative attention, there we go, in October 2007, when a phone call between him and his son was released talking about his son's new girlfriend, who was African American, with Dog calling her the N-word multiple times.
And this is the early 2000s, so we can't say, "Oh, it's AI."
Nope. He later had a public apology saying that he said he shouldn't have used a racial slur. And in 2021, he was recalled for saying, "I'm not racist. I have more black friends than Eminem." He also called Biden baby Hitler.
They should really see who's president now, then.
He does. He voted for him. He was like at all the campaigns.
You want to find out who's truly trying to start a break? I need you to look at the Orange Man.
So, here's where things get interesting with this guy. Doc has been married 6 times and has 13 kids.
My phone's right there. I was about to say, let me pull up my calculators to do math. So that's...
And, like...
we can ever so easily just do 6 divided by 30. I did that wrong. Hang on, I did math wrong. That's 2.16 kids per wife. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. I needed to find out. I know he had different amounts with all of them because it's also not physically possible, but I had to check.
Yeah. But it's interesting. He was married a shitload, and has multiple kids, but only a good handful of them were in Dog the Bounty Hunter. Like, I think, what's the one's name? It starts with a D. I think it's like Derek or something. And then his brother Leland are the 2 main sons that are in the show.
Okay.
And then there's one of his daughters joins later, which he's kind of like one of the dumb blonde characters too. Not as dumb as fucking Chanel West Coast from Rob Dyrdek's Fantasy Factory. If you've ever seen an episode of that, you know what I'm talking about. You have not.
I have not.
So, anyways, back to his love life. He was divorced 4 times, and his 5th marriage with Beth Smith, who is the most known marriage that he was in because she was also one of the bounty hunters in Dog the Bounty Hunter. She was his wife for the entirety of the airing of the show, and also a little bit before and after. And their relationship ended short with her death in 2019 from throat cancer.
Ooh.
He remarried 2 years later.
I see.
Which now, with his new wife, he's working on multiple projects now since I think he's done bounty hunting because he's like 73.
And I don't think you're very good at bounty hunting in 73.
No, 72.
72.
But so, yeah, his main project that he's working on right now is he's running a ministry with his current wife, Francie Frame. It's all in Georgia, which Doc's Bounty Hunter all took place in Hawaii and Florida. So now he went from there to Georgia and now is running a ministry.
Very interesting, very interesting.
I think he has also like 3 other shows. There was one that was just called like Dog and Beth.
Okay, so like more of a reality show versus...
No, it was mainly the bounty hunting.
Oh, it was another bounty hunting show?
I think so. I've never seen an episode of that. I've only seen episodes of Dog the Bounty Hunter, which I've watched like half the show with my parents.
Well, watching people get hunted, that's pretty fun. But also, I feel like wouldn't that violate some of the airing things that they have had in place?
Myanmar, this was in 2007.
Do you want to know how tight restrictions were? Oh,
I
I
know
will
they were very-
I will introduce you.
This was also MTV at the time.
Like I said, do you know?
I know about the restrictions.
Have you looked at all of them?
Not exactly, but well.
Oh, we'll go down the rabbit hole later. Don't worry. I'll have us go down the rabbit hole.
Oh, okay.
We'll have fun.
All
Going
right.
down the infinite rabbit hole. So, is that the end of your research?
That is all the research I've got.
I see, okay.
Yeah, so, here's one thing I never understood about the show, though. Like, everybody else in the show is wearing bulletproof vests the whole time in case the felon
Has a gun?
has a gun, yes. Dog, on the other hand, is wearing an open Hawaiian shirt the whole time. No.
Please tell me he has, like, the side holster where his pepper spray is. Please show me an episode. I need to witness this.
There's always a scene in the episode where it's like, they're all in the car with the felon after he's getting arrested. The felon's like crying like, I should have turned my life around. And Doc's like, you can still do that, man. You just get out of prison in like 6 years.
6 years is a long time to be gone, though.
Mm-hmm. I think they've only tracked down a few murderers. They've only done mainly, like, people that haven't shown up for their court dates.
Oh, well, now you gotta show up to those. Even though you don't want to, and just because the IRS says you have to, don't show up if they ask you to. It's apparently important to show up at those, or else you get crazy people sent after you.
In that case, Dog.
In that case, someone that sounds a lot scarier than his partners.
Yeah, it sounds like he's like.
How tall is he?
I was about to say it.
All right, to the mighty Google we go.
I already have the tab up.
It's probably not going to list his height.
It will on Wikipedia.
And you open up Wikipedia.
He's 5'7". He's 2 inches taller than me.
So a 5'7" man with an open Hawaiian shirt and pepper spray pistols. I wouldn't want him chasing after me. That's pure psychological warfare mixed in.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't want to get hunted down by this either.
Yeah, no, I think I will just show... Yeah, I think I'll just show up at court. Court seems like a lot safer option than whatever him chasing us has to do.
I think the furthest that he's traveled for episode has been like Colorado. Hawaii to Colorado.
How does he do that without a bridge?
Cars! Wait, no, that's not it.
How does he do that without a bridge? He uses car! Car power, I choose you!
I said Hawaii and I think I meant Florida. I meant Florida when I said Hawaii. There's been like half the show was in Hawaii, the other half was in Florida, I think.
You think?
I haven't watched an episode, and I watched an episode
You're
yesterday.
hoping.
I'm hoping I'm just not that stupid.
You're hoping you're right and that you are not accidentally giving misinformation.
If I'm giving misinformation, please just forgive me.
Execute Order 66. Do it, you won't. Do it, you won't. Oh, she did. Well, I guess that is the ending of our episode.
Hope you enjoyed us rambling about Doc the Bounty Hunter.
We will see you all in the next one. Until then, bye-bye!
Bye-bye.